navigating 2021, well, let me put it this way, right? It has to be better than 2020. So if people start with that perspective, right, it could really only go in one direction. How long it takes to get to that direction is another story, but it could only go in one direction. And if you ask me generally how the outlook is, I think we have to always have a positive outlook. And the reason is because the alternative just doesn't make any sense. So as individuals, as businesses, it is very important that we begin to see, okay, fine, how do we make something positive out of what we are going through right now in 2020? And it's interesting that you make reference to the theme of sustainable development, because the importance of sustainable development was there long before COVID, right, came on the scene. And its importance will remain very, very, very significant long after COVID is but a distant, however unpleasant memory for individuals. And our challenge as a Caribbean, our challenge as individuals in the Caribbean, is that we really internalize what sustainable development means. Okay, because I think if we don't, we might get development, it wouldn't be sustainable. Okay, we might get something that people consider to be sustainability, but it might not be development. So as we go forward, Chike, I would say that a positive outlook, right? There are a lot of opportunities outside there, and hopefully we will get through some of them during our chat today. But I think people should be positive. I'm certainly positive.
In having any type of conversation, you have to sort of define the parameters of the conversation, right? And if we're going to have a conversation about sustainable societies, we sort of have to come to a baseline understanding of what does sustainability mean, and how do we categorize that, across the different segments of society. Are we trying to be energy sustainable? Resource sustainable? Are we trying to be environmentally sustainable? Are we trying to be fiscally sustainable? Which is where the bank and the greater financial systems come into place. Are we trying to be socially sustainable in terms of community development and community awareness? And a big part of that is developing the necessary awareness associated with a focus on building a consumer society as opposed to a consumer society. And I think that we've done a really good job of that within this pandemic period, because I've seen a number of people that have started small businesses, and they may be selling fruits and vegetables on the side of the street. They may be delivering baked goods. They may be providing delivery services to people who would not necessarily want to leave the home because they expect that they are in a high-risk category. So we've seen a number of new businesses emerge as people find ways to make themselves financially stable and sustainable. We've also seen, people start focusing on the environment. We use a term panic farming, and we've seen a lot of panic farming.
Right.
People, doing over their gardens and planting, just basic stuff, their own corn, their own beans, their own tomatoes, their own herbs and so on. And all of these are great things because people are now saying to themselves, I think a lot of people will look at it from a financial standpoint, but they are now saying to themselves, I can make myself sustainable if I can grow a portion of my food, recycle a portion of the stuff that I'm consuming in my environment.